Hi, I'm Dave Vickers and welcome to the Photo Show. In today's episode, we're going to be opening this massive box. So before I start, I just want to say that this is not a sponsored video. The guys at BenQ have very kindly sent me through this monitor to use and review. I'm not being paid in any way by BenQ, so any of the views that I express in this are purely my own, but I do want to thank the guys at BenQ for thinking of me and sending this across to be reviewed. So what we've got in the box here is a 27-inch calibrated monitor designed for photographers. So it should give us the best colour spaces to use in our photographic editing. Now, as you see, it's a massive box. And what I'm going to do in this episode, I'm going to open up the box, see exactly what we've got in there and set the monitor up. After that, I will set it up with the computer, use it for a while, so I've got a good idea of all the functions and how it works, and then come back and do a full review video once that's all done and settled. So to start with, let's open the box and see exactly what we've got in the box. So let's cut the ribbon there. One thing I must say is this is incredibly well packaged. And it is very heavy. So let's open the tabs there and lift the first bit out. Now immediately I can see we've got what they're calling individual calibration report. So this is a calibration report from BenQ, from the factory, and it's specific for this monitor, the one that's in the box. So this is the report. So this is showing all the results of the test that this actual monitor in this box has been through and the results herein. I have a good look at this later. It is a little bit complicated. There's 2 pages of information and details specific to this monitor. So let's pop that to one side for a minute and we'll have a look at that later on. Next, lift the front of the box. Ooh. And the 2 side parts. Okay, so first, wrapped up nicely is let's go to one side. So this is the actual stand for the monitor. And I'm going to tell you straight off, this is really heavy. This is really solid construction. Very heavy. There's a very heavy duty spring on the bottom there. Nice hole to look through. And it looks like it's adjustable in height as well. So you've got height adjustment there, but we'll work all that out later on. So that's the actual stand. Let's put that to one side for a bit. Let's put that at the beginning. Next we have a power cord. Standard kettle lead style with a UK plug on the end. So we're in the right ballpark. We've got the right plug. Right, what's next here? Okay. So the whole top section now lifts away. Next, again, very heavy, we have the base for the stand. So again, very nice. Everything's got a lovely brushed finish to it. This is sort of plastic on the outside, but I think it's definitely metal construction on the inside. Very heavy, obviously, to hold and balance the weight of a large monitor. Plus, you've got a bigger table. Next, another box. Like Christmas. Okay, so in this box we have our CD and manual. So that's obviously the drivers that operate the monitor when it's up and working. I would recommend going onto the manufacturer's site and downloading the latest version of any drivers. So may not be using that, but we'll put that to one side so we know where that is as well. What else have we got in this box? Okay, within this box is some other items. We have a USB-C lead, because one of the other things about this monitor is you don't just have to use it with a desktop, you can actually use it as an external monitor for a laptop or a MacBook. So we have a USB-C cable there. Next we have another USB connection here. That may be for something else in a minute, we'll find that out in a second. A US power cable. And lastly in this little box, let's get rid of that box, we've got what BenQ call their hotkey puck. Not a hockey puck, a hotkey puck. And the idea of this is it gives you control over the monitor, so you can actually set up various calibration settings and use it to adjust as you go along. So we have our hotkey puck, which is a little rotary dial for adjustments, and then you have 1, 2, 3 buttons which will allow you to set up presets for your monitor. So if you wanted it for editing images, watching movies, set in black and white, you could set each of those 1, 2 and 3 to a different calibration and switch just at the push of the button. So you're not having to go into the menus to change the settings on the monitor. You've got a lot of the functionality there just in what they're calling the hotkey puck, not hockey puck. So the next box that's in here is actually a shading setup. You can put it up so it has 3 sides of the monitor shaded to stop any ambient light spilling onto the screen. But I think we'll set that up later on and see if that's something we'll need in this setup. Could help at some point, but we'll set that up once we've got the actual monitor set up and working. Let's put that to one side for now. And last but not least, by the look of it, we have the monitor itself. So let's get rid of the main box now. We can get that out of the way and we can have a look at what the monitor looks like. Okay, so now we've got everything out of the box, let's unwrap the monitor itself. Again, really nicely packaged. It's all in the foam packaging here. Get that to one side. And let's have a look at what we've got. Wow. Okay, so straight off, obviously it's a 27-inch monitor. It's a lovely size. It's going to be fantastic for editing photos on and watching videos. Immediately you can see there's a very, very thin bevel around the edge. There's not much. My previous screen has quite a wide bevel around the edge, which encroaches obviously on the screen size. But this is obviously 27 inches and it's corner to corner. This is really, really slim and very stylish. It's a very nice looking monitor. So let's see if we can set it up on the stand and see just how easy that is to do. So first things first, let's get the base of the stand. Right, so we've got the 2 bits of the stand here. We've got the base and we've got the actual stand itself. And to put them together, there's an arrow on the stand here and an arrow on the base, and what we need to do is to line those 2 arrows up, drop it in and twist, and there we go. Stand is now solidly on the base. Brilliant. So the next part now is to attach the base to the actual monitor itself. So let's do that bit now. And for this part, there's 2 tabs at the top of the stand here and slots at the top on the back of the monitor here. And supposedly it's as simple as taking the base, slipping it into the top of the monitor there, dropping it down, and it clicks into place. And if I've got this right, which I seem to have, we now have the monitor on its stand. Let's have a look. Beautiful. Bit of dust on it from there. But you can also now slide the monitor up and down on the stand, and you have tiltable angle for it as well. So now we've got our monitor set up. There is one other piece that we can try now, which is to set up the screen that goes around the outside. It's not something I'm sure I'm going to be using, but let's set it up and see what it looks like on the monitor as well. And then we've done the complete setup. And the next thing will just be to hook it up to the PC and see how it looks. So the shield itself comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces. So let's see how easy this is to put together. I could look at the instructions, but let's fly it blind. See where we are. Okay, part of me is guessing that's the top. It's black plastic with like a velvety interior, but we have this little peekaboo door. Okay, we have another piece there that says to the front, it says front on there, it says RT on the inside there. Let's open up the similar one to that. And the similar one has front written on there and LT. So I'm guessing that's, let's go for right top, left top. I genuinely don't know. And then we have the two fin shaped parts, which I'm guessing are the sides. And that says R2, so that's right 2. And there's the BenQ logo on the side there. So all things being equal, this one should be L2. And it is L2. And we've got the BenQ logo on that side as well. So we've got all our parts. Okay. So the two bits just slide together. So we've got two bits there slid together. So that's L1 and L2. So I'm guessing that goes this way. And there's a small hole on the side of the monitor that fits into. There we go. Okay, that's one side. Goes the same as the first. So we now have the two sides of the screen set up, and we just have the centre part here. I think that goes over the front like that, and then fits into the two slots on the top. So now we've got the shade set up. I think I made that slightly harder than it should have been. But there we go. That's the BenQ SW270c monitor. We'll just fit it up to the computer now and start to have a look to see what it looks like.